Hello, Pokey Peeps. This is Ollie Mae, and I'm just going to do this chapter because this chapter came with its own warning. Warning: suicide attempts. Read with caution. Serious message at the bottom. Please read it. My point of view. I sit on my bed. What's the point? I have no purpose now. I held the knife in my left hand. It was shaking rapidly. I'm scared, alone, and sad, depressed. Flashback. There was a loud pounding on the door. My parents died. My living family moved. The orphanage was gone. Why am I here? The knife grasped in my left hand. The pounding grew louder. It hurt my eyes. Slowly I pierced the blade to my wrist. I fell to the ground. Blood covered my arm. Tears smoked my cheeks. The pounding, harder, louder, faster. My eyes, they ached. My body ached. My brain was confused. Why? What is my purpose? No one is there. I'm all alone. I have nothing. Bathroom door opened. My brother scalded me up. He sat me in the car. He set me in the car and everything went black. Flashback ends. No, not again. I yelled, throwing the knife across the room. Auntie will get his head out of his ass eventually. I stood up and left my house. I met up with old friends, partied, laughed, and fell a lot. So, Ollie, where's your husband? Elizabeth asked. Well, he is at his house. I replied. Elizabeth nodded. Elizabeth was a gentle, short blade. Elizabeth and I had been friends since 6th grade. We met in history class. See, we called her Beth. Hey, bitches, look. Diney yelled. Diney was a frisky, short brute. We called her Dottie. I had known her since 5th grade. Dottie, not so loud, Elizabeth yelled. We will be as loud as we effing want. Diana and Maddie and Maddie yelled in unison. I giggled. Maddie was as tall as me. She has brown hair like me, but she got pink strips put in. The 4 of us walked home. No, you would think we were drunk as F, but we weren't. We hadn't had a drop. When we got to our houses, everyone went home except Maddie. She knew I almost cut myself. Now for me it was to die. Most do. It's to forget the pain, not me. Ollie, he will come back. He is just being a dick. Maddie assured me. A effing idiot. More likely, I muttered. Yeah, I will agree. Maddie giggled. Are you going to be okay? Maddie asked. Seriously, I nodded and she smiled and hugged me. She left. I am alone again. Search, I yelled. I didn't think it would work. Suddenly, she popped in front of me. She was holding Auntie's arms behind his back. I giggled at the sight. Mom, he would like to say something. Serge explained personally. Ollie, I'm sorry. I understand you were just pissed off. I was being a huge dick. Auntie apologized. I hugged him. Don't effing do that again, I scolded him. He smirked. Suddenly, Maddie poked her head in. Ollie, you should tell him, Maddie suggested and then left. Tell me what? Auntie said. Auntie, I almost cut my wrist. In an attempt to commit suicide, I ended up throwing the knife away because I remember the first time I did it. I mothered quickly. First time? Auntie asked. I had done it for years. I stopped a year before I met you, I replied. He took my hands and slipped them under. The scars were faint but visible. I'm sorry, he whispered. It's not. He cut me off with a kiss. When it ended, we were in our room. He sat me on the bed, slowly lifted my shirt off. I slid my pants down my legs. I laid back. I felt his lips against my neck. I let out a soft moan. My nickel leaned to the side. His lips slowly worked. Worked their way down my body, and he was my everything. I love him. Let's just say the room was interesting. Important message: if you are depressed or have suicidal thoughts, then message me. I can help out. Oh, okay. This is more for readers, but this is from the writer. I can help out. I don't want any of you to feel that way. I have been through it. Trust me. I went from a school-loving, happy little girl to a depressed, school-loving, cussing teen. Please, if any of you have a problem, talk to me. Don't go through it alone. I have lost people to drugs and suicide. It hurts to go through on both ends. Don't feel like you can't talk to someone. There is someone out there. Trust me. Just know I will be there for all of you guys, no matter what. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so that's an author's notes. But yes, C is right. If you are depressed, there is always someone out there that can talk to you. My point of view, Auntie told me a good friend of mine would be visiting today. He didn't tell me who, but he said it would be fun. The doorbell rang. I got it. I yelled, walking to the door. Opened the large door. Standing there was Elbra. Her hair was greatly blowing in the breeze. She stepped over and hugged me. I quickly hugged her back. Come inside, please, I told her. She stepped inside. Wow, Ollie, this place is amazing. Abra gasped. Thank you, I replied. The two of us sat down. Instantly, we started to crack dumb-ass jokes, but man, were they funny. Serge walked downstairs with the twins. Abra, these are my children, I explained. You're Serge, right? Abra asked. Serge. Yes, I am, Serge replied. Abra smiled. The two of us had texted each other, but that was it. Your mom has told me a lot about you, Abra informed Serge. All good things, all good things, I reassured her jokingly. Serge giggled slightly. She handed Abra Ethan. Hey, buddy, she whispered. Ethan made a small little squeak. Serge passed me Emily. Ethan reached for Serge. Abra handed Ethan over. I replaced him with Emily. Serge grabbed Ethan his bottle. I had known Abra since second grade. We had been friends since. Abra had blonde hair and sparkly brown eyes. She had a spark in her eyes, a spark that would someday turn to a flame. After an hour, Abra and I said our goodbyes. She hugged me one last time and left. She was cool. Serge giggled. Her rainbow hair wobbled with her movements. Arcriella walked inside. Arkiplier away, I yelled with my first raised like Superman, with my fist raised like Superman. I ran upstairs still in this position. Blue had postured himself on the bed. "Wanna go for a walk, Blue?" I asked. He jumped off the bed and ran to me. I chuckled and brought him downstairs. I walked outside and whistled for Abra to come. She flew out of her dome. I felt the air from her wings hit my face. The three of us walked to the blessed park. Abra did the obstacle course while Blue made friends. I'm glad to be back. If you liked it, please give the thumbs up.